long since Jonathan has been on a podcast. Is that what you sounded like after Thanksgiving dinner?
For sure.
Ew. Joel's face right now. Does it still have the REC, the recording? It's still recording, right? In the corner of it, down in the right side of the screen.
I can't do this. I can't.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you probably want to turn my microphone
No,
back
it's on. I've been recording this entire time.
Where did you?
I got
Thank
the
you,
whole,
Ilya.
like, is that how you sounded after Thanksgiving dinner? Mm-hmm. Yes, I got that. I hope it stays. My goodness.
It'll stay.
I'm sorry, I'm such a child.
I'm not sorry you're a child.
It's been too long since you've been on here. You're getting all of it,
That's true.
out.
That's true. Which is really funny because on the other ones you were a lot more serious. So now it's like if it just started with you just with the parts on the phone. Wait, is this really Jonathan? Yeah. That's how he really is.
Too much caffeine.
You and what Hudson was said Ilya gave him nicotine gum.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm about to throw up. I'm like, why are you chewing nicotine gum?
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you focus.
Does it really?
Yeah, I mean, what's
Well, it was a little too much because he said when he was coaching, he thought he was going to throw up.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh, is it?
is it what? Can you say
does
words?
Does it taste like?
it just tastes like gum.
It just tastes like gum. What do you?
Does it taste minty?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you say nicotine, I think about like
A
cigarette.
cigarette. So you think he's just chewing a cigarette? Is that what you think?
Like a cigarette? I don't know. I've never had.
He went down and got a pack of Marlboros and just shot him out. That's what he did?
Oh, that sound in the microphone. Ugh.
You know what? It's just as bad as like looking at someone do dip. Hate dip.
Yeah, I don't do dip.
Oh, that's worse. Is the sound of someone spitting dip? Ugh.
I don't like any like smacking sounds like that. Like, ugh.
You just did it.
Yeah, it makes me cringe.
He's going to look up smacking
He
sounds.
is. He's going to look up smacking sounds and be like,
He's going to look up smacking You just see Jonathan pick up his phone. Everything Ashley says she hates. He's just going to be like, and...
headphones off. That's terrible. Oh, we got to stop.
I'm too sick for this.
No, it literally makes me cringe.
God.
Like, you know, Jonathan. What's the sound that... Oh, I can't do it. Oh. What's the sound that gets on you guys' nerves?
That's just chewing chips.
Sounds like they went to
All right, I gotta stop. Sorry, guys.
I think what was funnier was as she's saying things she hates, I just see Jonathan pulling up his phone and you know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Smacking sounds. That's the funnier part is the fact that I know exactly what you typed into YouTube, which is like smacking lip sounds.
Smacking, yep.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget the morning that I think it was me, Matthew, and Rachel. We were here earlier on a Saturday.
That was so good.
And
what happened?
So the Spotify is like actual, like Jonathan's like personal Spotify account. So like he can change it like on his phone. And like me and Matthew and Rachel were out there lifting, doing a workout. And I had like music playing, and then all of a sudden the song comes on. It's like, your mom, 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 and like literally just like 5 minutes straight of nothing but that.
What?
And they were like, what is going on? Who put
And you
that song
changed
on?
Well, the thing is that made it funny was then Matthew was like, I could see him in the camera being like, what's going on? So he goes back to Spotify and changes the song again. I wait like 30 seconds, and then I put the song back on, and I see all three of the reactions being like, what the heck is going on again?
Oh my gosh.
How did it change back? And then we finally figured out, like,
Oh, Jonathan's probably messing with us.
Jonathan.
I was
So
having
funny.
too much fun with
Comes
that.
in the gym just like dying laughing.
Yeah.
And now it's a thing.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Your mother.
Well, friends, I'm going to officially kick us off here.
Here we go.
Kick it off, Wichita.
To kick it off, we need to play that Your Mom song to start it off.
That'll be the intro.
It's going to be in the background.
Yeah.
Your mom. Oh my
funny.
gosh.
Well, guys, welcome to the Daily Reps. Today, we've got Jonathan on, Joel, and I.
The
And
OG trio.
it is holiday season. We're super pumped about it. So I figured it would be really cool to start a mini series about gratitude and just talking about gratitude and different stages of life, and talk a little bit more about family and faith and fitness and why we're thankful for those different kind of things, and just really try to embrace gratitude and being thankful during this time. We just had Thanksgiving. We've got Christmas coming up. So I thought it would be a really cool thing to do, and a little series to reflect on things going on, things that we're excited about, thankful for, maybe even some hard times that we've, kind of come through and are now like learning to be grateful for. So we're going to talk a little bit about gratitude today. So,
Well,
yes.
That makes me think of the question, what are you most grateful for in this season right now?
And this season of time.
What are you thankful for? Most grateful for?
Oh, man. I am very, very grateful for a lot of things. I'm very grateful to, and I don't say that like, oh, I'm so grateful. I just have a lot. I have a lot to be thankful for, a lot to be grateful for. And I think the older that you get in life, hopefully, the more and more you realize like how much you truly do have to be grateful for, even during like hard seasons and hard times in your life. But something right now, a few different things, but something that I'm super grateful for right now is to be in our new home. We were just talking when I came in, we were just talking about how this time last year we were in the camper, which
that's right.
honestly though, I'm also really grateful for. And I can like truly 100% say that. Like, and I'm thankful for the time that we spent in there. I may not have had like, not everything was perfect. Like we were in the camper through like a really cold winter and our water pipes froze multiple times. And we were joking about how me and Tyler and the girls would have to like get up and brush our teeth with a bottle of water like multiple weeks in a row.
Yeah, wow.
And Tyler would have to like go out with like a little heat gun and like unfreeze the water line. And so we were actually talking about that right before we came and started setting up for the episode today. So it's just cool how you can look back like that was just a year ago, and when you're going through those times, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is going to last forever. Like those days and those nights and those weeks felt really like long during that season of building a home. And and there's so many, Jonathan can attest to this because they were building a home at the same time that we were. There's so many things that like do not go right. And you just have to expect it to happen because it's not if, it's when, and it's like on the daily. Something doesn't go the way that you have planned. But like I'm thankful for that though. I'm thankful for that process because I feel like it helped us be even more grateful for the home that we're in now. I mean, I feel that way for me and Tyler for sure. And so yeah, I'm really thankful and grateful to be in our home. And I've posted about it a few times like on social media, but there's just so many things that I just know that the Lord made a way. And I can remember
Remember it.
I remember
Childlike faith,
I can remember a few years ago, like we were struggling to even like be approved for, like we lived in a single wide for the first like 8 years, which I'm also extremely thankful for. We had everything that we needed. We didn't go without. Like I have some of the best memories in that home. And I can remember a few years ago, like where we were at, like we couldn't even get approved for like a double wide. And we were like, how are we ever, like we always had like a dream of building a home one day. And we were so discouraged because it was just like no after no, after no, after no, after no. And we're like, man, like, is this even possible? And some of those no's that we had then was because God was saving us for a greater yes. And he saw, a couple years down the road, Tyler would be working at Ryan Homes and we would be able to build a dream home of ours and save a lot of money. And like he knew that then, even though we had no clue. And so like all of those no's that we got then was just saving us for a greater yes. And so I'm very thankful for that, and thankful for the lessons that were learned along the way as well.
Do you find it's easy for you to sit in a season of gratitude, or are you always looking for
That's a very good question.
moving to the next stage or season of life?
Yeah, I feel like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying really hard to. I actually posted about this it's probably been about a month or so ago now, but it was about being content. And learning to be content in any and every circumstance, situation. And so the thing about like material things is the more you get, the more you want.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, I'm in this beautiful new home, but I need this. And I'm in this beautiful new place, but this didn't happen. And it's really easy to like get in that mindset. And I've tried, and I pray that the Lord helps me in those situations to be like, Ashley, like, wake up. Like, and so I'm trying really hard to stay in a place of gratitude, whether I have the things I want or don't have the things that I want. But then in that, simultaneously pursuing the next thing as God leads me to.
Yeah.
And that can be a tricky thing to do sometimes. It can be like I find for me personally, it's a challenging thing to try to balance and navigate sometimes, like being thankful for the season that you're in and the things that the Lord's blessed you with, while also trying to pursue the next thing that He's calling you towards. That can be like a challenging thing to kind of like balance.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, do you guys like feel that way?
Well, you asked the question, what about you? Do you feel like you can rest, or are you
No.
someone who's like, you're restless even when you're in it?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, so I saw the questions of like what you were sent out about asking about this, and I sat and thought, and I'm like, man, I have so much to be thankful for. But,
Yep.
but, you know, and I think
What a
there are
big
positive traits to this, and I think we all struggle with it, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always, like, perfect example, like what you just said. I prayed regularly for having a front porch that I could go out and read my Bible and like watch the sunrise and watch my kids play. And I'm there, and it's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to move on to the next big thing. Like, it's like, my mind is focused
Not taking the time to go out and do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then, you know, and then I'll look back at seasons of my life and be like, man, that was great. But when I was in that season, I could not get rest and have gratitude, which there are some negative traits and positive traits. I think that there's a lot of growth that can happen, because if you're always wanting to move forward, be better.
Yeah.
But some of the negative traits, right, like rest was the big word you just said. Yeah, rest is a struggle mentally for me because I'm always like, all right, I got to be doing the next thing, and I'm not. And again, sometimes it's maybe material things, but sometimes it's just like, you know, I got to be figuring out where I'm going next, or what project I'm going to take on, or what my family's going to be doing next, and not able to rest. And I think, you know, just like what you said, I have to be careful not to sit and rest too much, but I wish that I was able to find more seasons of sitting in gratitude and being able to find peace
Slowing
there.
down a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, it is.
Yeah.
To answer your question, it is a struggle for me, but it doesn't mean I'm not grateful and I don't have gratitude. I find myself not spending enough time thanking the Lord, thanking others, and thinking in my head like, this isn't enough. I got to do more.
Yeah.
I'm never meeting up to the expectation that I'm setting for myself. So.
Yeah. And I think that God makes like different people more like that in other ways, because like He sees like everything that you're going to be required to do to be able to achieve some of the things that's been achieved and that are yet to be achieved. And so I feel like he makes people with certain characteristics because He knows like they're going to need that drive, and they're going to need that like energy, and they're going to need that to be able to move forward in the calling that He places in their life, or whatever that looks like for that person. So I definitely don't think any of those things are like bad characteristics or traits. It's just like learning how to like bridle them, if you would. Like I know I used that word earlier when we were chatting, but like figuring out how to point it in the right direction at the right time.
Yeah.
I struggle with that sometimes too. Like sometimes I feel like I can have a little bit of an obsessive like trait about me, where it's like if I know something needs to be done, like I can't rest until it's done.
Right. Yeah.
And so sometimes that like has bad tendencies where I stay up too late, or like but it's not necessarily a bad characteristic to have that drive and have that like determination, because there's some seasons in your life where like the pedal has to be down in the middle, and you can't be lazy during that season of life, or it won't get done.
Yeah.
But I think it's like staying in that like relationship with Him and that open communication with Him, where He's like leading you on when to maybe know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to like how to.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good saying.
Oh, it's a terrible song.
What about?
That's a great song.
Yeah.
It's country, so I don't like it.
You don't like any country music? there's like some really good
Chris,
country.
does Chris Stapleton count?
Yeah,
Okay, then I like
absolutely.
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton is amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
On your point, though, I mean, you're talking about like not being able to rest. I completely get it because we just literally had the same conversation. I mean, you guys know this. My story has been, I didn't have a job essentially for 6 or 7 months. I was looking for a job. I was on leave. And one thing I learned when I was younger, I remember I was in a small group with someone, and they said their parents prayed when they were looking for a house that the Lord would give them one that met and exceeded their needs. Like that was a specific prayer. And so I learned very quickly from that. I was like, I'm just going to pray that.
Yeah.
And so, been praying that for the job that I'd find. I find the job that literally meets and exceeds our needs. I get my first paycheck, and my immediate thought is, I don't know. Maybe do I need to add something else? Or I don't know if that's
Yeah.
enough. Is that really going to be enough? I mean, just like the second, I mean, literally when he answers the prayer exactly of it met and exceeded our needs, I couldn't even sit in it enough to
Yeah.
go, yeah, that's exact. Hey, thanks. You did it. You literally
Yeah.
did what I asked you to do in such an abundant way. I couldn't even have that moment. I just immediately moved to the next thing.
Yeah.
So like that's what I wrestle with. Yeah.
Why do you think we wrestle with that so much? Is it like from a place of like anxiety? Is it from like a place of
Well,
what do you-
I think responsibility, and then I think it's a mix. It's not to be the psychologist here, but I do have a master's in counseling. But nurture and nature. I mean, so like whatever your parents instilled in you, also I think your birth order has a relative to it as well. So like you, Joanna, very similar, right? Firstborns, oldest daughters, that's a big thing.
Well, I'm a middle.
I
I'm a
know,
middle
but like
child.
oldest daughters
Oldest
is
daughter.
a thing.
Only daughter.
Only daughter. Another thing too is like your responsibility of the environment you're in, right? Like so you're a gym owner, right? You're a business owner, like you're a mom who's responsible for the kids. There's a level of that it's so easy for that to become our identity because it's easy to do it, right? Like it's not. It would be different if it was hard for that to happen, where that we would take that responsibility and then almost by like osmosis it becomes our identity. But it's so easy because we are called to that responsibility. Like you said,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to have the pedal to the metal, aka parenting. When
Yeah.
when are you ever able to take the pedal off the metal as a parent? Ever, never. Doesn't matter. Like you have to keep going.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I think we go, well, that's who I am, right? Because that's just what I'm doing. That's what I feel. I don't know what you guys would say. But
Yeah. I do kind of feel like some of those traits are in my personality and like who I'm created to be. But it's
Yeah.
just like just like anything, like you see characteristics in your children and it's like sometimes my girls are very stubborn. But like
What, girls?
stubbornness can be used for good. Like
True.
it can be used in like a good way. Because that can mean like they're later on going to have that drive. They're not going to settle. They're going to, that can
Right.
be used in a good way. Yeah.
What do you think, John?
What was the question again?
Where do you think that comes from? Where we feel like we can't rest?
I think both of you answered it with what I would say also. I mean, God created us.
Okay,
a
then you
certain
can be
way.
quiet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, actually, I wanted you to. You need to use this phrase because I think this fits perfectly with you. I heard this before. Someone said they like turned the floor over to someone else to talk, and as soon as the other person started talking, they said, "Not to interject, but keep going." And I feel like you would do that perfectly in conversations with people. I felt like when I heard that, I was like, "That sounds like something Jonathan would do to me." Like, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
That
And then
is false, but
Yeah,
keep going.
But you would go, "Hey, don't mean to interject, but keep going." I'm like, "Dang it." Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
I feel like Jonathan's like a really good listener. I feel like he lets you
Yeah,
finish.
see? What do you think about that?
unless you're just being stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks for insulting me without even having to insult me. Like,
No,
unless
I-
you're being stupid.
I wasn't talking about you personally. I wasn't talking about you personally.
Well.
I was just saying like in general.
Well, what else would you want to talk about with? Do you want
No,
to
I mean like I
gratitude
have
or?
like a whole like list of things to like go over, and so like
We talked about a lot of
we are
them.
gonna-
You
yeah.
talked about something about getting older,
Well-
gratitude changing. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So, word it for me.
Yeah, you were saying like as you've gotten older, gratitude's changed because you realize just how much you have.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really interesting point because,
Yeah.
like, yeah, if you're a kid, you don't. How many times have you said to your spouse, they have no idea? Like, they just think everything's just, woo, this is great.
Oh yeah.
Like, we had to stay in a
Oh, yeah.
hotel, and they're like, this is fantastic. I don't want to leave. They're crying over leaving a hotel. And I'm like, I hated this because there's 3 kids in a hotel room. We're not sleeping. But they were like, this is so great. I don't want to leave. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't even understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like, how your gratitude like shifts over time and you become things that you used to overlook or think were annoying, you're now like so excited for, like getting in the bed a little bit earlier, or like maybe not having like a weekend full of plans. Like now that's like few and far between, but anytime it happens, I'm like, oh man, yay.
Hey, quick honest answer. How do you feel when you get like a bunch of birthday invites for like weekends? And when they line up where there's multiple on a weekend? That's stressful, man.
I'm like low-key praying I get a cold that weekend.
That's me. That's me next weekend. Lucy has one on Friday.
Answer.
Nora has one on Saturday. And I'm like, great, I'm going. I just cannot wait. Because I'm going to be gone for traveling, so I'm going to go anyway. But like, I always tell Joanna, I'll be the one that goes. Because I'm the extrovert. So she's like, you'll have a better time talking to people.
Yeah. I mean, I can, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You were,
I was gonna say I agree. I feel like the old Scrooge, but I'm like, really? Are we having a birthday party again? Like, what? Are we really have to do?
like, why do we need to have? Why does everyone put like when someone puts one on a Sunday? You're always like, why did you put it on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Of all days.
Yeah.
That's such a Scrooge.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and
for
Tyler
sure.
literally had this conversation yesterday because Addie's invited to a birthday party this weekend. And we're just like, oh.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Jonathan? You're about to say something else. I feel
My
like.
bad.
No, I don't remember.
What is someone that you're extremely grateful for during the season of life? Who wants to go first? I asked the question, so
Jonathan, why don't you go first?
My wife,
And then
my family, my kids, and I mean that sounds like a cliche answer, but I can dive into it quickly. My wife meets my needs and deals with me, and I know you guys know I can be a lot to deal with sometimes.
No.
Yeah, and then I
I forgot there was a camera
I
over
know.
there, and I was like, "Who are you talking to?"
It's just going crazy. I'm like,
and going on hunting trips to make sure that I'm fulfilled and meets my needs physically, and I don't need to dive into that too much, but
Shout out, Brett.
I was waiting for you to say that because you kept saying meets my needs, and I was like, I swear he's gonna say something about sex. I know he's gonna say
Yeah,
he's
for
like, meets
sure.
my needs.
my wife is great, man. So that is, I would say, like the cliche answer, but taking a step cliche.
It's getting all frazzle, razzle, dazzle.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's
cliche.
Thinking
I'm gonna
about
start saying that.
Brittany.
It was just that's so cliche. Keep
I want
going.
to add like
but-
a little noise in there when he says that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that, I think you hear it all the time, like, oh yeah, God made that person or that had that mind, but I think about like other people, they wouldn't be able to handle the energy, if you see some of the things that my kids do, and it's probably a direct reflection of me, of how hyper I am half the time. So yeah, I just think my wife and my kids are great. I'm super thankful for them and think about it often. And then also, my business partners and employees and gym members. I mean, those are things that I do think about often. Think about we wouldn't be where we're at with certain people in our lives. So
For sure.
What about you?
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I mean, ditto on that. I'm super, again, it's going to sound cliche, but I really am
Cliche.
thankful. Cliche. It's going to sound cliche. I really am very thankful for my family.
Yeah.
I just love Tyler. He's awesome. And we've been through a lot of life together. And still going through a lot of life together. And he's a blessing for sure. And my girls, I think about how proud I am of them, and I just think about how, man, I'm gonna get emotional. I think about like how blessed I am to be their mom, like really and truthfully. Like they're just like the biggest blessings, and I just think about like out of all the people in the world, like I get to be their mom, and it's amazing, and their little hearts are just so special, and they really are truly. I mean, there's days, of course, that all three of them drive me crazy, and I'm sure there's days where I drive them crazy, 100%, but their little hearts, man, they truly are great little girls. I'm very proud of them. I'm very thankful for them. And I'm thankful, for people that I get to do life with outside my family. I'm thankful for here and thankful for friends. And I know that's kind of broad, but
That's great.
yeah.
I think I don't think we talk about how great it is to have kids as much as we should, because the kids are just so cool. The fact that the Lord gives us these little people to steward for a lot of years,
Yeah.
18's a lot if that's where when
Yeah.
they leave. You know,
Yeah.
you have all these years to steward this little soul and this little heart and shepherd it towards the Lord, and you get to live out these awesome moments. Some of them are crazy, most of them are, but like it's just a wonderful thing about how he designed it.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. I mean, I'm especially thankful, obviously, all the things. I'm thankful for Joanna; she meets my needs. I'm thankful for everyone, but I'm really especially thankful for like in this season, coming up on Thanksgiving just happened in Christmas. I'm thankful for Edmund, who is my son, and because like it was. We had Lucy and Nora. We thought we were done. We decided we want to have another one. We have a miscarriage, and then we're like, okay, what are we doing? And then we have Edmund, and then I like go through this crazy job trauma, and so I'm on leave, and it was just like him and I. It's like the Lord gave us to each other in that moment because when I was on leave, I got to spend all the time with him,
Yeah.
and he got to spend so much time with me, and so we were able to develop this really awesome bond where he is such a daddy's boy. It's not good, but he like if I grill, I have to be outside and close the shade because
Yeah.
if he knows I'm out there, he gets upset. But it was just such a beautiful thing that the Lord said, "Hey, I'm going to give you this. Like you're your only son. You're like this. You have all this time, and you're going to get to spend it with him." And
Yeah.
it honestly radically changed my life. Just how much time I got. So I was so thankful, especially for him. He's such a little Asian man, walks around with his hands behind his back, laughs at everything.
I seen you post that yesterday.
He's so funny. He always walks around with his hands behind his back, like looking around. He's just so funny.
What all cultures do you have in your family?
Oh, nice. A good politically correct way to say it.
No, I mean,
Where do you come from?
no, I mean,
So Joanna has Japanese in her, and then I
Okay,
have
so
Italian. Yeah.
okay.
And all of our kids somehow look way more like Asian than Italian. Like, how did that happen? Like every time. All of them. So, but yeah, I'm thankful for Edmund.
That's awesome.
Also, it's great.
That
name.
is awesome. How do you guys like? Are there any like certain things that you do on a daily basis that like help you stay rooted and having a mindset towards gratitude? Like, are there things that you put into practice that you do daily? It can be like,
Well, you and I journal every day, right? We talk about that often. I try to in my journal say like, "Hey, thank you for this," or
Yeah.
thankful for Edmund and that kind of stuff. Do you do the same?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
so writing it down in your journal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I felt like it was such a quick answer.
No, I mean that's great.
Yeah.
That's important. That's good. I have like my scripture and I try to do, and then like try to dissect it, and then I will write. It's so similar to journaling. It's like
Yeah.
a Bible journal kind of.
Yeah.
But then I'll have like songs that I feel like meet me like where I'm at in certain seasons of life, and if I find myself feeling a certain way or like
Yeah.
not being grateful or being angry, I'll like turn that song on and I will listen to it for 20 times if I have to
There you
until
go.
I'm like in a better headspace.
No, sorry, John. What were you going to say?
No, I'm agreeing with what both of you said. I feel that the only thing that sometimes gets me into
Hey, sorry not to interject, but keep going.
thanks, and anything that gets me into a season of gratitude is spending time in the Word, because I find that all of those things that I'm chasing on a daily basis, they're pretty empty. Not all of it, not family, but a lot of things that I'm chasing don't have that much meaning in the big picture.
Yeah.
And so it also still doesn't fill that void that I'm searching for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the only thing that will bring me back to having gratitude is spending that time in God's Word and journaling and,
Yeah.
and writing out like, well, Lord, thanks for answering this prayer. Oh,
Right,
oh yeah, you
yeah.
also answered this prayer. And oh shoot, you answered this prayer. And then I'm like, oh yeah, why, Jonathan? Why are you having these other thoughts?
Yeah.
And why are you doubting and lacking faith when all these things are, it might take longer than what I
Yeah.
think they're going to come to fruition,
Yeah.
or things are harder maybe. But yeah, the Lord's always there along my side, and that is what brings me ultimate gratitude and peace and satisfaction.
You can't say it. We've talked. I mean, when I was a pastor, we would always say, "You gotta memorize scripture."
Yeah.
But it is really helpful because even as you're saying that, I'm thinking about the scripture so our church has like a weekly, hey, memorize and meditate. Like you can have an opportunity and they give you an opportunity to stand up and recite the verse. And if you recite it, you get a little Chick-fil-A gift card.
Oh, okay.
And so I try to memorize it with the girls just to kind of like model that. But every week, somehow, the Lord uses it. So, like, literally what you're talking about. I think this one's Galatians 5:24-25, and it's, and those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified their flesh with its passions and desires. If we live with the Spirit, if we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. And you're like, exactly what you're talking about. Like, keeping in step with the Spirit is not just following what you want to do.
Yep.
It is actually following what He's directing you to.
Yeah.
So, kind of ending this episode with gratitude. And we've talked a lot about family, obviously, because we all are parents. What things have you done with your family to model or to kind of like showcase or practice gratitude?
Yeah.
You can go first this time.
In the mornings, it might seem small, it might seem insignificant, but I think that like those small, seemingly insignificant things make a lasting impact when you do them consistently. And something that I do with Ellie in the mornings, because Addie's usually already at school, but Tyler will take her and they'll say like a morning prayer in the car on the way to school, and I'll say like a morning prayer with Ellie when we first get up, and we just thank the Lord for the day, thank the Lord for our health and our home, and ask Him to be with us throughout the day. So we practice it in prayer, and we include the girls in that so they can see it, hear it. And then, at night, also, before we go to sleep, we say the nightly prayers with them, and kind of the same ordeal. Like, we make sure that we thank the Lord for the things that we have, but also, like, for who He is, for loving us. And so I think incorporating those things in, like, your day-to-day will stick with you and them throughout life, and hopefully build, like, good things for them, like what's the word I'm looking for? Habits.
Habits,
but not to just do it habitually where you don't mean what you're saying, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, and then of course, like going to worship and like incorporating it in the car if we're listening to worship music, incorporating it, in all those little ways, like throughout the week and throughout our day to day, and then of course going to like church and stuff on Sundays and living that out in front of them as well. I feel like all of that kind of helps build that attitude of gratitude, if you will, hopefully.
Jonathan?
I would say similar to Ashley. At night, we put them down to bed, and we have them do a little prayer, each of them, and we tell them to pray what they're thankful for. So every night, they're like, thank you for friends, thank you for the food. I mean, it's sometimes comical, thank you for that pizza we got to eat the other day.
Yes.
But so those are small things. I think that with kids, and I know both of you guys, in these seasons when they're young, it's so easy to just always be like, stop, don't do that. What are you doing? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's a constant like,
What were you thinking?
yes, always. Like, and it seems like it's that way always. So I do try to make sure that I'm aware, and Brittany does really well at this as well, is tell them what we're thankful for them just as much as what we tell them that how much of the things that we're not thankful for when they are doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh
of
my
like,
gosh, yeah.
hey, look, like you shared today, and we're really thankful, and you spent time with your sister or your brother, or you shared this toy, and which sounds goofy, but there's battles at our house.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have toys.
Amen.
Yeah, and that at that age will turn into something greater as they get older.
For sure.
And they'll
So
learn it then.
just
Yep.
trying, and it doesn't mean I'm great at it. I fail at it all the time. But if you come to my house, you will hear me say, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that? What the heck is going on?" Probably 1,000 times. So I try to see it from an outside perspective,
Yeah.
and in my head I'm like, Jonathan, okay, and then make sure that when they're doing things right, that I also tell them like, hey, we as parents are grateful that you're obeying us, that you're loving others this way, and
Yeah.
and I think that hopefully then translates to them showing that same kindness, grateful gratitude towards others outside the house, just like what you said.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, struggle, but it is something that we try to say, hey, we have a nice house, we get to eat this food. I know you might not want to eat those vegetables, but there are kids that don't. Like, let's be grateful.
Starving kids in Africa.
Yeah,
My mom used that on me all the time.
Wow. I mean, I showed Addie a picture and it worked.
It
I was
didn't?
like,
You did not show her a picture.
did. I was like, I mean, it was
Do you want to
just-
look like that?
I was about to
No,
say
it
the same.
wasn't
Is this what you
that.
want to look like?
No, it wasn't that. Like, it was
What
someone.
do you think
that-
you're doing?
No, it was someone severely living in poverty,
Yeah.
and they were starved. And I mean, I don't know. You judge me if this is good or
No,
bad.
hey,
but
it
I
worked.
showed Addie. I mean, it was just like there was.
I can't
It was
judge you if it
around
works.
this time last year, and there was just a lot of I want this, and we were on top of each other because we were in a camper. I'm sure that was part of it. But it was like I showed her that picture, and I was like, "You're gonna eat this, and you're gonna be thankful for it because this kid doesn't have anything."
So
Maybe it wasn't the right way.
No, I think it's funny. The what you're talking about, like saying you're thankful for something they did. The problem is now So like one day, Nora cleaned up, and we asked both of them to clean up, and Nora cleaned up. I said, "Man, thank you, Nora. I'm really thankful that you did that." And Lucy was like, "Don't say that about me. That's not nice to say that you're not thankful." I'm like, "You didn't help, so I'm not thankful because you didn't help. She is." So then now, without fail, like Lucy out of nowhere will be like, "Are you thankful for that?" Like she'll sit next to me and she'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to sit next to you. Are you thankful for that?" Like, oh my goodness, we've created a monster.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong. And the thing we're trying to do this year, though, is we're trying to donate as much of their toys as possible because we have talked a lot about, like, there are people that get a present.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Like,
not even that.
Some not even that. Like,
Yeah.
all year they wait for the one present they get on Christmas. And you have way too much. So we are getting rid of most of your toys, and we're going to
Yep.
donate them because maybe these are the gifts that kids will get for Christmas that you're not even playing with anymore.
Yeah.
But this could be something that they're so excited about. So that's what we're going to be doing. Funnily enough, after their party on Saturday, is we're going to be
That's
like
good.
spending the weekend going through their toys and be like, all right, so now we're going to donate them. You're going to come with us. We're going to donate them
That's
and
awesome.
pray over them and be like, all right, hopefully these bless some
Yeah.
kids because
Yeah,
you're not
that's
even
great.
playing with them. So
We're talking about that, and it reminded me of something that happened last week. Both of my girls, I don't know what it is, but both of them, it was Addie when she was the age of Ellie. She did this, and now it's Ellie. I will be like going through the morning routine. I'll be getting my shower or whatever, and she'll be like in the kitchen, and I believe like it's good to like allow your kids to do things. Like I'll let them
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fix their cereal or whatever.
Right,
Like
yeah.
fix your plate, and then know that there's going to be a mess, but then okay, you're going to help me clean up the mess afterwards. You know, whatever. Well, I've been drinking like water with cucumber and lemon in it. And I have like cucumbers and lemons cut up in the fridge. And Ellie, when I was in the shower, tried to like make me water with cucumbers and lemons. And this is just
how
one
much
of
did she
many.
put in there?
Okay. Like not only there was like ice everywhere, there was like 3 cups out with water, like lemons, cucumbers, like everything everywhere. Then she had like tried to fix her cereal, so there was like cereal everywhere on the floor, and then she had spilled some milk, so it was like mushed in the cereal, in the floor, and I was like, Ellie, don't do this. And like she looks back at me and she was like, Mommy, you need to be grateful for what you have. And I was like, oh, how do I navigate this situation?
I did this for you. You should be thankful.
Yeah, because we parent them, like when we give them food or something, then they're
Right.
like, I don't want that. We're like, you're gonna eat this and you're gonna be grateful for it. You're gonna be thankful
Stuff
for
it in your mouth.
She sure was. She was like,
Exactly.
Mommy, you need to be grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
And
So
I was
funny.
just like, I really don't know how to navigate the situation right now. But it just made me
Oh,
think
man.
about it.
Kids.
That was awesome.
They're great. Well, thanks everyone for listening to this episode.
Yes.
Great to have the OG trio back.
Oh,
Great to have you
yeah.
back, Jonathan. Not really. Great to have you back. Really happy. Remember, like, subscribe, share on all the platforms. Thank you for following us. Hope you guys have a great day and happy Thanksgiving. Not happy Thanksgiving, already passed. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy
Whichever
all
it
the
is.
holidays.
Happy all the holidays.
And we're grateful for
We are thankful. Bye.